Hey guys, it's Matt from Junior Horror Movies, and that time of the week for Top 10 Tuesday. And today we're doing the Top 10 zombie films. Now I'm doing my personal Top 10 zombie films in my collection. So there's other films I know out there that are Top 10 for everybody else, and surprised they're not in its collection. Probably because I don't own them. Like, I don't own a lot of the Italian zombie films. I don't own Fulci's Zombie, Zombie 2, which are both classics. Uh, there's a ton of them out there, but unfortunately I don't own them, so they won't be in this list. But I will show you my list in my collection of my top 10 zombie flicks. Alright, number 10 is 13 Eerie. I first saw this film, thought it was incredible. It got bumped up to my top 10. Pretty great premise of kids that are in college that are becoming forensics. They're on their final exam. They're pretty much out in the wilderness where staged crime scenes are happening. They're doing their final. Well, other corpses happen to appear, and there's only 3 extra zombies in this movie. I think there's only 3 of them. There is a they're all prisoners. One's a female zombie. One is this guy with a Nazi symbol on it. There's another one that's a big ass dude. And of course they ruined their final. But it's got a lot of great stars in it. Michael Shanks from Stargate. The guy from Freddy vs. Jason's in here. A couple other people. Great cast. Great zombie flick. I like this one a lot. They got bumped to my number 10. Number 9 is Dead Snow. Great zombie film with Nazis. At first, I saw this a long time ago when it came out. Loved it. And the price of it was still high. Brand new. It was like 22, 24. Couldn't find it anywhere. Thank God FYE had a sale for Halloween. It was $5 brand new, and I jumped on that shit. So yeah, had to get it from my collection. So that's Dead Snow. Number 8 is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I love this zombie film. Definitely got some comedy to it. And yeah, soundtrack is awesome. One of the bands in it called Leatherwolf. I met them. Cool guys. They did one of the songs on this movie. Yeah. Great film. I love the scene at the end when they're killing all the zombies. And one guy's dressed up like Michael Jackson. Okay, number 7. Cockney Cockneys vs. Zombies. Great British horror comedy film. If you're into British humor, you'll get this movie a lot. There's a lot of British humor to it. Pretty much these guys are robbing a bank to save their grandfather's retirement home. Great film. A lot of funny moments to it. I love the beginning of it when they're doing the beginning credits. Like, it's all weird comic booky art crap. Awesome. So yeah, if you've ever seen this one, definitely check it out if you're into zombie films. Alright, next one. Good old George Romero, Day of the Dead. Can't say much about Day of the Dead. Oh, except I'm going to toss it. But yeah, Day of the Dead. Next one up. Shaun of the Dead. I went out finally bought the Steelbook. They had it cheap at Best Buy versus Walmart. Walmart was actually more, which was kind of surprising. So I had to get Shaun of the Dead limited edition Steelbook. Can't say much. Very overrated Zomcom, but it's an awesome Zomcom. So Shaun of the Dead. Alright. Number 4. It's a hard to find one. That's Cemetery Man with Rupert Everett. He is a caretaker in this graveyard. He's got his buddy that's like this mentally challenged dude. And every time people die in the graveyard, they come back to life. So he has to pretty much stop these zombies so they don't get out of the graveyard and attack everybody. It's great. There's even a scene where he's fighting like a bunch of a zombie Boy Scout troop. Yeah. So yeah, Rupert Cemetery Man. Very hard to find. It's out of print, but if you can find it, definitely get this one. Cemetery Man. Number 3 is Return of the Living Dead, the original. Great film. Can't say much bad about this film. You know, it's got awesome soundtrack. It's got that punk rock, hard rock, metal. You know, brains. Yes. Number 2 is another George Romero, Dawn of the Dead. When they're in the the mall. Awesome film. Can't say bad about this one. I love the remake of this one too. The remake of this one actually scared the shit out of me because they ran and they were meaner. You know, like how this one, they're slow moving. You could probably get away, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Dawn of the Dead. Can't say much bad about that. And number 1, yep, you probably guessed it, the Mac Daddy of them all, Night of the Living Dead. This one's got John Russo. He was a writer and a zombie in it. And George Cosman, who was the sheriff of this film, got it autographed. Yeah, this movie never existed. This list probably would never existed. And probably everyone else's list probably would never existed. This was like the... People might say, you know, White Zombie was the first zombie film. That's more of a voodoo-ish type film. But this is the Night of the Living Dead. Zombies of themselves. Yes, can't say much bad about this film. Alright. So I'll do a quick little recap for you. Number 1, Night. Number 2, Dawn. Number 3, Return of the Living Dead. Number 4, Cemetery Man. Number 5, Shaun of the Dead. Number 6, Day of the Dead. Number 7, Cockneys vs. Zombies. Number 8, Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Number 9, Dead Snow. And number 10, 13 Eerie. Well, that's my list, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe down below. I'd like to hear from you. If you don't want to make a list, write your list down below. I'd like to see what your guys' top 10 is. And let me know what other zombie films that you like. And I know, like all the Italian films, I unfortunately don't own. There's a lot of other zombie films I do own that are close to being in the top 10, but they didn't make it. But this is my made it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good one. Peace.